Plaintiff, Miss Johnson, says she and the defendant were such good friends that they were more like sisters. But she claims the defendant has recently changed. Miss says the defendant started hanging out with drug dealers and was trying to sell Miss stolen items. And she's suing her today for loans and personal property. Defendant Paula Johnson admits that she was good friends with Miss, but says she had to distance herself because Miss likes to go out and party, and Paula needs to stay home and take care of her children. She's countersuing for harassment and property damage.
Start with you.
The reason I'm here today is because Miss Paula Johnson is like a very best friend to me, almost like sisters. We were together mostly every day. Put it like this, when she had her daughter, I was holding up one leg in the delivery room. That's how close we are. Paula has always been there for me when I was in distress. One of the reasons was my dad and my sister passed away on Father's Day. She was there. He passed away 6 years ago, and my sister passed away last year on Father's Day. So she's always been there for me when I ever needed a friend or somebody to lean on, you know. There's something that changed, like with Miss Paula during the beginning of 2015. And I don't know what it was, but she was hanging around drug addicts. Not to say she's a drug addict, but drug addicts. She was stealing, trying to sell me and my family things that were stolen. I do not condone stealing, and I do not condone dope fiends.
You think she was just helping them out?
I don't really know what it is, but all I know is that...
Hanging around with them, stealing and bringing the items to you.
And I don't buy stolen items.
So he's helping the dope fiends.
Right.
Being a nice neighbor.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, the beginning of part of January, I loaned Paula $40.
Before we get to that, let me allow her to give some background.
Okay.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hi.
Miss was right. We were friends, and she was in the delivery room with me, with my now 3-year-old daughter. And we've been friends about 8 years until 2015. I had to distance myself from her.
Why?
I have a 3-year-old daughter that was lashing out, and also I have a disabled son. He's 7, and things were going south with him as far as he's visually impaired right now, but he's losing his sight. It's coming to. And I also have a 16-year-old daughter. So me and Miss being together every day had to come to a stop because I had my children that I had to take care of. And also...
Did you still talk every day on the phone?
No.
Why?
Just because Miss likes to go out to places and go out to clubs and do things,
That's
drink.
what I'm saying, talk on the phone.
No, I stopped talking to her and everything because for the sake of my children and being around there.
Why couldn't you talk to her on the phone?
Because
what does that have to do with your children?
When I talk to her, she's like, well, I'm outside. You want to go with us, go with me, you know, this, that, or another. And I'm like, no.
No, I just want to talk and see how you're doing. How's work? How are your kids? It's, nope, I don't want to talk to you no more, ever, because my son and my children are sick. And you like to hang out. Just sounds odd. I would really resent it if my best friend just suddenly won't talk to me anymore, as you said, because he has some personal problem. I would feel, wow, I'm your friend. You should definitely be talking to me on the phone. You're having personal problems with your family, but instead don't talk to me. When did she allege you were hanging out with drug addicts?
Now.
This the first time you heard it?
Yes.
Okay.
That's some first time thing.
I got it.
I don't hang out with drug dealers.
It's the first time you've ever heard it?
Yes.
All right. And you say this is the first time you've ever said it? That she's been hanging around drug people?
No.
You've said it before?
Yeah.
What time approximately did you first discuss your concern that she hung around drug addicts?
Last year.
Around what month last year?
Say about November.
When did you all stop talking? Watch this.
After I gave her the money.
When was that?
That was in January.
2 months after you alleged she was hanging around drug dealers?
So she never
Makes
answered the
sense.
phone
Gotcha.
after I put the $100
All right.
in her hand.
Got it. No more questions. All right, tell me about the money you're suing her for.
Basically, we all were together all the time, and so she conveniently forgot about the $40 that I gave
Let her
her.
finish.
So at the end of January, I gave her a $100 bill. I said, Miss Paula, could you pay me that when you get your taxes? She said, sure. I called her.
You went for that?
I already know you're gonna say that. But I called her employer, which is one of our mutual friends, and I said, did she get her money yet? Because she's not answering my calls. He said, yes, she did.
Okay. So how do we get up to 259?
Because of the belongings, that if we're not friends anymore, if I let you borrow something, just give me my belongings back.
Did you ask for your things?
I asked her for everything.
What would she say?
She never gave me a reason to why she would not give me
All right.
my money.
What property?
The property
You have a
is,
list?
I let her borrow a DVD player, a grill, and a blender.
Okay. When is the last time you asked for them to be returned?
When I got incarcerated,
When was that?
that was on June 10th when I went over there to try to ask her again, why is my
was her
things
response?
not here? She called the police on me.
Saying you did what?
She said that I'm at her door and that I realized that it might have been a late time coming over there, but
She
it's a
called the
long
police.
time between January and June.
And they arrested you?
Yes. I was already charged, and they actually meddling, tampering with others' property. And I had already talked to the judge about that. And one thing that he said, well, she wants to get paid for the window that you broke. I said, okay. So what I did the other day is I paid the judge. So.
But you broke her window that night?
Uh-huh.
Upset?
Yeah.
Because she
That's why
wouldn't
she went
answer
to
the
jail.
door and hadn't
That's why
given
she
you your
went to
money.
Yeah, but guess
and hadn't
what?
given you your property.
But the whole thing is,
At 4 a.m.
Wasn't speaking
you owe
to
my,
you anymore.
if you owe me money,
I got
it
it.
has nothing to do with
All
your
right,
window
that's your
or that
reaction,
day.
and you paid your penalty for that reaction. I got it. All right.
Right.
Okay. Ma'am, let me ask, do you hang out with drug dealers, and have you been bringing things to pawn?
No,
You never brought anything to pawn?
no.
She's just making that up?
She's making it up. This is so, like, I'm appalled, and I'm just like,
You what?
I'm appalled to, to hear her
I was
say
appalled
this,
also when she asked me to buy
Quiet,
stolen
ma'am, quiet.
goods.
to hear her say that,
Okay.
and
All right. Well, I must
Also-
tell you, I believe her. Yeah. Hope you don't mind. Well, I know you're appalled. That story about you stopped talking to her. Why? Because my kids were sick. That's the time you need it. Then you change it. She wanted me to go to clubs. That's why you stopped talking, because she wanted you to go. You got another one?
No, that's
got
not
another
another
skill?
one. It's the
Yeah, because I don't even gamble anymore.
Ma'am, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Let's talk about the loan and the property. Do you owe her for any of that?
no, sir.
All right. And your counterclaim for $2,500 for harassment and property damage. What are you suing her for? What does she do?
I'm suing her for harassment and text messages, and she called and also went over to my employer's house.
Okay. She knows him?
She only knows him through me.
Yeah.
No.
But he's a mutual friend?
No.
He doesn't consider her as a friend, sir. That's the thing about it.
How do you know?
I know.
Okay, show me something where he says he's not a friend.
Well, it doesn't say that he's not a friend.
Okay, well,
but
that's why I'm asking, how do you know? Because if he answered her call and gave information about whether you received taxes, he's something to her.
that's the thing.
Your claim is dismissed. I don't believe a thing you're saying. I believe you're on drugs. I wish you would take a drug test today, and then if it's found in your system, that you would go to rehabilitation, and we will facilitate it. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. And you'll go inpatient?
I don't need rehabilitation, but I
No,
will take
if you take it and there's drugs in your system, will you go to inpatient rehabilitation today?
Yes.
Okay, good. Very good.
I'm not on drugs, though. I'm not.
I don't believe you're going to. Well, we're going to smoke you out. We're going to smoke you out in a few minutes.
All right.
All right. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day. Yours
Thank you.
is dismissed.
I wanted to tell Miss Paula that I love her to death. And I miss my best friend.
I'm a drug addict.
If you
come
come
on
over
now.
to my, if you come over my
No.
house with stolen goods,
No.
and you're riding with a heroin addict,
No.
what do you call it?
I'm not
It's
on
a
drugs.
thief.
I'm not on drugs.
You got my money.
I'm not
You didn't
on
give me my
drugs.
money back. That's a thief.
I'm not on drugs.
That's all I
and
want to
everybody knows that.